We are Ezra's parents. Ezra's our firstborn son. Was born in June of 2022. At about 20 weeks, we found out that Ezra had a rare set of birth defects that cumulatively had him diagnosed with a condition called O.E.I.S, where essentially his bladder is on the outside of his body. He has a colostomy because he has an imperforate anus, as well as spina bifida. It's been a challenge, but Ezra's been tough the whole time. Yes, right? It's been a challenge. When he was born, we spent, was it like 37 days in the hospital? You know, he had his first surgery when he was born, a few days after he was born, to give him his colostomy. It's been pretty expensive, you know. Outside of insurance covering a large portion of everything, we're trying to raise some funds for this beautiful face. You know, we've got a lot of things we're working on. We're doing a children's book, as well as we started a GoFundMe page and opened up PayPal accounts and Cash Apps for Ezra. Ezra also has a limb difference, so you know, between now and the time he's 18, he's going to have somewhere in the ballpark of 16 to 18 different legs that they're going to fit him with.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge.
But we were given Ezra for a reason. We were told multiple times throughout our visits that it was going to be tough, and we didn't have to continue the pregnancy if we didn't want to, but it wasn't really an option for us, and here we are, you know, taking the difficult road, but he smiles every morning.
So on a daily basis, what we do with Ezra is we change his diaper just like any normal baby, but we do have certain things that we do have to do because his bladder is extra feed. We do have to rinse it with saline every time we change his diaper. And then we do have to wrap in saran wrap just to make sure to keep the bladder nice and moist and wet and protected, right? Yes. And then we also have his ostomy, which we do have to care for. I have to check it several times a day, and that takes a lot. It takes a lot in changes, just in medical supplies and sterilization supplies, just to make sure that everything is constantly clean and sanitary for him, so there's no infections or anything like that.
He does have regular visits from his PT nurses that are trying to help make sure that he keeps his mobility. Yep. And is growing and progressing at the right rate. And he's kicking everybody's butt with that, right? Keep it moving, but it's a lot. You know, every 3 hours, just like a normal baby, you kind of got to change his diaper and just a little bit extra. So sometimes it might take a half hour, sometimes it might take an hour, but
yeah.
One of the main surgeries they're going to be doing is an osteotomy, where they take his pelvis and cut it in 4 places. And that allows them the ability to open up his abdominal wall and put his bladder back inside his stomach. While they're doing that, they're also going to be amputating his extra digit on his right leg. Ezra's going to be in traction for 2 to 3 months, where he's unable to move, and you know, while all the doctors say, "Oh, he won't remember," you know, he won't remember this when he's older. I think it's still going to be a tough journey, spending every day at his side, you know, watching him go through all this. But if his chin and his grit is any delineation as to how he's going to handle it, I think he's just going to be just fine. In the past 7 months, I think, you know, we've pushed through, you know, I think it's conservative to say about $20,000 in 7 months out of pocket after like expenses and stuff. So with his next surgery coming up, our goal with these fundraising efforts is to allow us the ability to be there to support Ezra while he's in traction, while he's going through this life-changing or life-saving surgery, really. You know, our goal here is we're trying to raise about $15,000 to $20,000 to match what we've spent in the past 7 months. because I think we can anticipate to spend that, if not more, being in the hospital with him for 3 months. The support that we've gotten so far from fundraising has been huge. We've been really lucky, I think is the best way to put it, to have so many people in our corner. And when it was time for him to be here, we had an army. We call it Team Ezra, or Ezra's Army, of people, just strangers and friends and family that have reached out and supported us, businesses and companies and everything in between. Having that kind of love and support for Ezra has been nothing short of a miracle. I don't think I believed in that term before Ezra was born, but certainly something that I think we've experienced.